Pleased to bring in right now our first guest, North Carolina Congressman, a member of the House Ways and Means Committee. He's also an MD, Congressman Greg Murphy. Sir, a pleasure to have you with us today.
Nice to see you, Bianca.
What was your takeaways? Obviously, calling Zelensky Putin earlier before the news conference, but that Trump VP was the first answer. How does anyone have any confidence, not for his reelection, but for him today?
I think, Bianca, I think what happened with the debate really is going to be the shining moment. You can put so much lipstick on a pig, and I truly feel sorry for Joe Biden, the person, because I know he is fighting the ravages of a cognitive decline. I think it's very, very sad that his wife and inner circle are still putting him up through this. But we're seeing the Democratic Party fracture, Pelosi working behind the scenes. I just don't think this goes very well for the Democratic Party. And sadly enough, it's not even real. We're centering so much now on his cognition, not the horrible policies of the last 3.5 years, which is really what the voters should be concerned most about.
Yeah, the NATO summit, totally distraction for many of the conflicts on the world stage. Hakeem Jeffrey put out this letter today. It was very vague. He was granted a private meeting. He goes forward saying he expressed the breadth of insight, heartfelt perspectives, and conclusion. You mentioned that it's Jill, and Hunter really there, who is he listening to? It seems like right now the Democrats are in complete chaos. And, if they do go with Kamala, I know they're testing her, but there's no faith really that she would be any better.
No, I think the overwhelming thought with Kamala is that she's been a disaster since day one. She hasn't done anything with the border. She can't be taken seriously, but by so many of the way that she talks and everything, I think they would have a disastrous time. But I believe Clyburn said that they would lose all black support if they did not pick Kamala. So again, their identity politics and the fact that they push this so much is now coming back to bite them.
Yes, it sure is. And Clyburn saying it was just normal stuttering. Here is the DNC chair also defending some of Biden's comments last night and defending what he sounded like on the world stage.
Not on whether or not Joe Biden stumbles over things or has a stutter. I mean, hell, sometimes I can't even remember my kids' names because I'm so tired, right? So we got to stop. Let me just stop the nitpicking, and then focus on the work ahead.
Nitpicking. He's the leader of the free world. He's speaking in front of leaders. He's saying their names wrong. He's saying commander-in-chief when he is the commander-in-chief. I don't think this is nitpicking. Do you think Americans watching those other, stations, it's amazing that they are still drinking the Kool-Aid, Congressman?
Yeah, I think Bianca, I think they're trying to make up to the fact that they were complicit in this great, huge charade, this great lie to the American people that has been going on now for a couple of years, where they've been hiding Joe Biden, the person, and pushing up the persona. You remember it was barely a month ago that Pelosi and Hakeem Jeffries were coming out saying he was sharp and acute and astute and all these things. And now the curtain's been blown open, and they're being exposed for the lies that they perpetuated.
Yes, and the White House controlling this so tightly as they usually do with the media, only pre-selected reporters. He called it right out here. Let's play this.
I'll take your questions. I've been given a list of people to call on here.
A Milwaukee newspaper broke yesterday that a radio station was asked by the White House to edit. The campaign said, we need you to edit the interview, and they did so because the campaign asked them to. So they may try to say, oh, he's doing this freewheeling news conference. No, he's not. And even when he does do radio interviews, they are so worried about his words. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah, it's a sad situation that the presidency has to be scripted. If you already have predetermined reporters, predetermined questions that have been approved by the White House, and I'm sure reviewed with the president beforehand, what kind of presidency is this? Well, we're working in a world of we don't know who is really in control.